Are you ready for an extreme makeover of the mind? With the producer and host of A Better You podcast, the transformational coach whose assignment is to challenge people to change, grow, and evolve into the individuals they were created to be. Here is Dr. Anthony McFarland, providing you with practical tools and wisdom for everyday life challenges for you to win in life, relationships, and finances.
Hey guys, welcome back to ABU Podcast. I'm excited to be with you today. Do you remember Diana Ross' hit song, Do You Know Where You're Going To?
Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you?
I like the lyrics in that song, and if you haven't really given it any thought, it gives people some insight as to how life will go if you don't know where you're going. And the song says, do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? Do you get what you're hoping for? Do you get what you're looking for? And in her song, she says, when you look behind you, there's no open door. What are you hoping for? Do you know? Once we were standing still in time. This is her lyrics. And she says this, chasing the fantasies that filled our minds. You knew how I loved you, but my spirit was free. Laughing at the questions that you once asked me. Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? My question is not do you know where you're going to? Do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? Do you know what you like? Do you know what you don't like? See, my assignment is to challenge people to grow, change, and evolve into becoming the best individuals that God created them to be. And that should be the goal and objective of everybody living on planet Earth. Being your best self, think about this, means living authentically. To be your best self, you need to stay true to yourself and your values. And then you will know where you're going to. Then you will know what you're hoping for. Why? You have purpose, you have vision, you have direction for your life. You also need to make sure you're doing what brings you a sense of happiness, purpose, and meaning. And so in today's podcast, I want to share with you briefly some principles that I believe will help you become your best self, or as a friend of mine would say, that would help you be your best self. You are already who God created you to be. So I believe the first step in becoming the best version of yourself is to, number one, be true to yourself. Do things that bring you meaning. Do things that bring you purpose and happiness and stay true to your values. Stay true to your beliefs. Someone once said, be yourself, but always your better self. See, to be your better self or to be your best self, you'll need to first discover who you really are. Then maximize your strengths and improve on your weaknesses. You need to completely shift your mindset and take control of your life. When you do, you'll discover a whole new you. Here's what we have to understand as human beings. Humans are capable of great things. We just need to unlock the power of our minds and focus on what we want. Focus on what we were created to do. If you're wondering how to be your best self, how to be my best self, you're already steps ahead of everyone else who's trying, and specifically everyone else who isn't trying. It's time for you to commit to the journey and become your best self. Simply put, once you've identified the person you want to be, you can plan how to become the best version of yourself, and you can plan on going where you want to go and doing what you want to do in life. See, start with the end in mind, your ideal self, and take concrete steps to get there. There's only one you. There's no one like you. I'm talking about the core of you, who you are inside and out, your values, your beliefs, your flaws. And once you understand who you really are, who that person really is, when you look in the mirror, you would have taken the first step in finding your unique self, and that is the best version of you. And you have to accept that maybe you're not everything that you would want to be, but in this season of your life, you're everything that you need to be, and you're on your way to being the best version of yourself. So before you can be the best version of yourself, you must uncover your essentials, which is your uniqueness, or one coach says, your you-ness, the values, interests, and passions that define who you are in life and in this world that God has placed you in. Here's what I want to encourage you to do. Have a conversation with yourself, just like you'd have on a first date with someone. Pretend that your ideal self is sitting there with you and ask that person, what is it that you enjoy doing? What is it that you want to do? Who do you enjoy being around? What impact do you want to make on this world? What lights your fire? And be sincere and honest in your answers. Again, this is you interviewing or having that conversation with you. Again, this is you being honest with yourself, sincere with yourself, and having this much needed conversation so that you can be clear on not just becoming the best version of yourself, but knowing where you're going in life. Here's the next step. Allow your vision and dreams to fly. Give your dreams, give your vision wings. Be the eagle that God created you to be. Be who you want to be just by being fearless, full of faith, full of tenacity, to own who you are, to own your person, and grow the wings that you need to take flight. And here's the deal. You have to also be open and willing to take advantage of every opportunity that will make a difference in your life. Every connection, every person that will help you grow your wings so that you can fly and be the best version of yourself. And that's a very important part of being fearless. See, opportunities come far and few in between, but when they do, you have to recognize them. This is an opportunity. This is a connection. This is a door that's going to help me grow, evolve, and fly with the wings that God would have me fly. See, our job is to recognize when God opens doors and make the most of it. Our job is to recognize when there is a connection, an individual that God places in our life that's going to help us evolve, that's going to challenge us to change, grow, and take flight. Now, here's the third key. Here's the third step. Let go of limiting beliefs. Let go of limiting beliefs right now. You know who you are, but do you know who you could be? You know who you are, but do you know that there could possibly be a better you? Most of us are held back by limiting beliefs, untrue thoughts we have about our intrinsic nature. By learning to recognize and let go of whatever limiting beliefs are keeping you from becoming the best version of yourself, you're able to push forward and find what it is that you need to evolve, grow, and take flight like nobody's business. And then the next thing that's very important, and it's a very key principle and component in evolving and becoming your best self, and that is you have to be willing to shed your old identity. When you determine to find your ideal self, you're essentially raising the bar for yourself and the people that you know, the people that are around you. Here's what I want you to understand. Your old self will resist this due to feelings of insecurity or maybe fear of the unknown. You have to resist the urge to cling to the familiar. You have to resist the urge to cling to what makes you comfortable, people who makes you comfortable. See, the identity that's been holding you back is just steps away from you discovering so that you can embrace who God really created you to be, or the greater version of yourself to be just that. And that is greatness in the earth realm. So again, by eliminating limiting beliefs, because again, you've been willing to shed your old identity. When you eliminate limiting beliefs, see, that's the game changer. For so many of us, our own beliefs about ourselves are the only thing holding us back. These limiting beliefs tell us we aren't athletic. We aren't courageous. You're not worthy of love. You'll never get to that level. You'll never play on that playing field. They tell us we're lazy, stupid, unattractive. Those limiting beliefs that speak a narrative that actually pushes you into a dark space at times. See, those negative thoughts are always there. Limiting beliefs are always there. They're always there. But we don't hear them unless we know what we're looking for. So the next time you think about exercising and a limiting belief pops up, you're not athletic. You can't do that. You hate working out. Replace it with a positive thought. Replace it with a productive thought. Replace it with a thought that's going to challenge you for change. See, when you want to learn a new skill, like speaking, your limiting beliefs might say you're too shy. You're not. You don't have a major in English, the English language. When you're able to recognize this negative self-talk and eliminate it from your vocabulary, you can be your best self in any situation, any day, on any playing field. And here's the next big step. Find your unlimited purpose. Find your ultimate purpose. Once you cast off the limiting beliefs that have been holding you back, a whole new world of possibilities will open up to you. You can do, be, and have anything you want. And more specifically, you can do, be, and have anything that God has created you to be, do, and have. Now, you have to determine what that is. You have to find out what that is. Nobody can tell you what that is. And so it's important you go to the maker to find out what that is. See, this goal is bigger than material things. It goes beyond your job and your career. It's not about money or prestige. To unlock how to be your best self, you need to find your purpose in life. You need to find who it is that God created you to be and then own that and stick to that. Your purpose is what drives you. It's the reason you get out of bed in the morning, why you make the decisions you make. Don't be afraid to think big. When you have a strong purpose, you can use it to propel you to be your best self. You'll have such a big vision for your life, you'll be unstoppable. And I'm a proponent, as my next book is entitled Becoming Unstoppable. And that's what it means to live with purpose, to live with passion. When purpose is known, success is inevitable. I love something that Tony Robinson always talks about, and that is focus. And that's my last secret key for you in this episode. Get laser focus. Concentrate all your thoughts upon the work at hand. I love this quote that Alexander Graham Bell, he said, concentrate all your thoughts upon the work in hand. The sun rays do not burn until brought to a focus. Think about that. Have you ever taken a magnifying glass and put an object, I won't say what kind of object, but put a piece of paper on the ground, on the table, on the ground if you're outside, and let the sun hit it. And let me share something with you. When that sun hits it, man, there's this laser beam that comes through and it will burn anything in its path. I love what Iacocca said. He said, the ability to concentrate, to use time well is everything. So what are you saying, coach? Discovering your unlimited, or discovering, how about this, your ultimate purpose will energize you. You'll have the drive you need to be the best version of yourself, but you'll need to focus on that drive. It's like being out on a golf course. It's the basketball player that is working on their three-point shot, like Steph Curry. See, you have to focus on whatever it is that you've been called to do. And what are the best ways you can live your purpose and work towards your goals today? You have to figure that out. What's the best ways for me to work on improving my skill set? What's the best ways for me to work on improving that great individual that I am? What area of your life do you want to master in this next season of your life? Do you have a master's on your life? People get masters in business, people get masters in science, in physics, but do you have a master's in your own life? Singular focus helps us overcome fear, take command of our giant expectations or our capacity for change that will improve our lives. Here's what I want to close with. Where focus goes, energy flows. And so you have to use tools like goal visualization, and then exercising a faith focus that is tuned in and honed in on your goals and objectives to bring it into reality, to bring it into manifestation. Don't stop when you achieve one goal or even 10 or 20. The answer to the question that I posed at the beginning is how to be your best self, how to be my best self. And it's straightforward. Commit to constant and never-ending improvement and fulfilling your need for growth and direction. And then, my friend, you'll be able to answer Diana Ross's song in the Do You Know Where You're Going To? Are you getting what you're hoping for? You're going to get what you're hoping for, and you're going to know where you're going when you know who you are and you're embracing the best, authentic person that God created you to be. With that, I hope you've gotten something out of this, and I want to encourage you to share it with a friend. Share it with someone that you know needs to hear life-changing principles like this. Again, I'm Anthony McFarland. I want to encourage you to like as well as share this link with someone that you know, whether you're watching this on one of the many podcast platforms or on my YouTube channel, Anthony McFarland channel. I'd also like to encourage you to go to abetter-u.com and not only subscribe to the platform, but become a platinum member today. Until the next time, remember, when there's a better you and there's a better me, there's a better world. God bless you.
Thank you for tuning in to a Better You program with Anthony McFarland. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode. Thanks for listening.